My name is Trish, and today I'm going to teach you how to use the Public Transport Victoria website. You need to know how to use this website to complete a question in one of your assessment tasks. The assessment task involves accessing the internet, involves you accessing the internet to find information. So this is an example of the question that will be in your assessment task. Obviously, the information is different, but it's the same format, okay? And the instructions are the same. So it just gives you an idea of what to expect. And I'm going to show you today how you can answer the question that will be in your assessment task. So how you will be able to answer that question. And I'll show you obviously how to use the Public Transport Victoria website to do that. So let's have a look at the question. This is an example, okay? You are meeting your friends at Footscray Railway Station on 7 September. This is the date that I have put. Your teacher will tell you what date to put there. At 11 a.m. to travel to Melbourne Central. Again, this is just an example. There will be a different destination in your assessment task. Okay, so then you have these instructions. So you need to follow these instructions carefully so that you can provide the information that is required. The first step says to go to the Public Transport Victoria website, which is what we will do. So in Google, you just put in, I've obviously got it there already because I was using it earlier, ptv.vic.gov.au, which is here, okay? Click on here and it will take us to the main page. Now, many of you have probably seen this website before. It's very, very popular. It's a great website because it provides information about trains, trams, buses in Victoria, times, cost, etc., etc. And it's very handy, and you can also download it on your phone as an app, but it's very easy to find on using Google or on your phone, and easy to use. So I'm going to show you how to use it. So here we go. Let's look at the example, the next step. In the plan menu, so the plan menu here, click the link to Journey Planner to find the best way to travel to Melbourne Central. So here we go. So we go Plan, Journey Planner, okay? So easy, plan, journey planner. Follow these steps. So type in the place you are leaving from. So this is from departure. Now we are leaving from Footscray Station. And where are we going? Okay, we're going to Melbourne Central. Now, if I type in, I want to show you something. If I type in Melbourne Central, doesn't matter if it's capital or not, you need to find it in address, okay? Not here in metro, train or tram. So when you're looking for your destination, look for it under where it says address, okay? So I've got Melbourne Central, Melbourne City here, okay? So that's where it is. Now, I don't want to depart now, okay? This is the departure time for trains leaving from now. So if you go to the instructions here, this can be a little bit tricky. Now the instructions, you are not departing now. So click on Depart Now to change the date and time. Select the date and time you need to depart from Footscray Railway Station. Now normally, sometimes it comes up as Depart Now. Other times it comes up with the time right now, which is kind of the same thing. You're leaving, it thinks you want to leave now or from, or in the next, I don't know, half an hour or whatever. So we have to change this because we don't want to depart now. So it's at 6:25, for example. So what we do, we click on here. So it may not say depart now, but it will say depart, from now, okay? From this time now and date. So what we do is we click on here, as it says, okay, so we need to change the date and the time. So the date is the 7th, because if you look at the instructions, it says the 7th, okay, the time. Now, we're leaving at 11 a.m., so we need to scroll. Oh, sometimes my scroll button gets a bit stuck. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, what's happening here? Why is it not? Hang on a sec. Oh, here we go. Sorry, it gets a bit stuck sometimes. Okay, I could have typed it in, but never mind. There we go, 11 a.m. Okay, and apply. Then click apply. Then it says here, click apply. Okay, so now, as you can see here, we've got 7 September, 11 a.m. That is our, remember here, that is the time we are leaving, okay? The date and the time, okay? So, and where we're going, to Melbourne Central. So now what you need to do here is to choose the best route that you want to take. So if I look here, this one here is only 14 minutes. This one here is 20 minutes. This one leaves at 11. This one leaves at 11:20. Okay. So so this one here is 11:14. Okay. So let's say we'll choose this one, and it only requires you to catch a train and walk. So these little blue, if it's blue, that is train. Okay, so let's click on here. So you need to select, here you see, choose a suitable option and view your journey. Okay, so we're going to choose this one. Okay, and let's have a look here. Okay, so now it will give you the instructions. So this is what you need to write down. So you can see here, write the main steps you need to take on your journey on the lines below. Include the times and different types of transport you are going to use. Okay, so I've actually already written down the steps to make it quicker and faster. So if we have a look here, okay, so you've got Footscray Station, platform 1, 11:14 a.m. So the train is at 11:14 a.m. You are going to, so this blue line, it says this is where you're going, okay? This is the train line, so it's the Sunbury line train, but you don't need to say that in your instructions, okay? We want to keep it simple, okay? So you've got Footscray Station and you're going to Melbourne Central Station, okay? So let's have a look here. So that's the train line there. So let's have a look at the instructions that I have written. Okay, so first, catch or take. So you can say catch the train or take the train. It doesn't really matter. I usually say catch the train. Some people like to say take the train. Whichever verb you write is okay. And remember, it has to be an imperative. So first, take the 11:14 a.m. train from platform 1 to Flinders Street Station. So if you look at this step here, okay, you need to say, okay, the train. You need to include, the train time and the platform. Okay, so here, take the 11:14 a.m. train from platform 1 to where? To Flinders Street Station. Okay. Now you can also say from platform 1, catch the 11:14 a.m. train to Melbourne Central Station. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you put from platform at the start or in the middle. If you want to include the train line, you could say take the 11:14 a.m. Sunbury line train from platform 1. So you would have to include that there. But as far as the task requirements are, you are not required to write the train line, okay, for these instructions. But if you want to, you would put it after the time. So you would say take the 11:14 a.m. Sunbury line train from platform 1 to Flinders Street Station, or from platform 1, catch the 11:14 a.m. Sunbury line train to Flinders Street Station. That's if you want to include that. Then walk to Melbourne Central, because we're going from Footscray Station to Melbourne Central, and then we are walking because it's going directly to Melbourne Central Station, okay? So then we walk 1 minute to Melbourne Central. So then here it says, then walk to Melbourne Central. Really simple. So these instructions, it's only one train line. So this is really, really basic. Then it will ask you, how long does the trip take? Okay, approximately. If you have a look up here, duration, 14 minutes. So in your assessment task, you must remember to include the time. How long does that trip take? Or what is the duration of that trip? So you must include that. So this is very simple. I've included some sequence markers, but you don't have to. It's not a task requirement. What we want to see is that you can use the website, you can follow the instructions and use the website to provide the steps, okay? So that's one option. Now, say for example, let's go back. Say for example, my friends were running late, okay, and they arrived at 11 18, and then you wanted to catch the 11:20 train because they missed the 11:14 a.m. train, and you decide to catch the 11:20 train. So let's click on this option. Okay, now, so I've got instructions for obviously for option 2 as well. Okay, so because in your assessment task it will be a little bit more a little bit trickier. It's not going to be that simple just to have one train. So it's going to require you to think a little bit more. Okay, so option 2. So let's have a look. Again, we're leaving from Footscray. We are going to North Melbourne Station, as you can see here. North Melbourne, so that ends there. So it's a Werribee line train all the way down here to North Melbourne. Then we are going to, from North Melbourne, we're going to catch the train to Melbourne Central, and then we're going to walk to Melbourne Central. Okay, so how do we write these instructions? So let's have a look. First, catch the, here we go, 11:20 a.m. train from platform 5 to where? To North Melbourne. So if you follow this pattern, okay, or you could say from platform 5, catch the 11:20 a.m. train to North Melbourne Station. If you want to include Werribee line, from platform, we could say from platform 5, catch the 11:20 a.m. Werribee line train to North Melbourne Station. So you put that after the time if you want to include the train line, but you don't have to. Okay, what do we do then? So we're going to Footscray, we're going to North Melbourne Station. Okay, then we're going to catch the 11:31, because you can see here we arrive at 11:25, and then at 11:30 a.m. So the next step, then catch the 11:30 a.m. train from platform 1 to Melbourne Central Station. So you can see here North Melbourne Station to Melbourne Central. Okay, now walk to Melbourne Central. Okay, your time up here is 20 minutes. Okay, so the instructions just need to be very, very clear and simple. Remember, you're leaving from Footscray. You need to include the platform number and time and where you're going. Okay, so remember, this is a solid line. This is where you're stopping. This is the train line. Okay, then here you're catching a train, the platform, this is the platform, this is the time. Then you include another set of instructions. So then catch the 11:31 a.m. train from platform 1 to, where are you going? To Melbourne Central. Remember the 4-block line. This is the station. This just tells you the train line. But if you know the platform number, when you are meeting someone at the station, you would normally say go to platform 2, go to platform 1. So you have to indicate the platform number. Okay. Then you're walking. See how now, if you want more information, you don't have to provide it in the task, but for your own understanding, you click on here. It actually gives you the directions. So it will say continue along the Latrobe Street for 1 minute. So it gives you more information. So if you were actually looking at this website and you wanted to know, you weren't sure where something was, you can click on these little arrows and it gives you more information. Okay, but the requirements of this task are that you don't need to include all that extra information. You just need to include the basic steps. Okay, so there you go. So you've got option 1, which is really simple. Option 2 requires 2 trains that you need to catch. Okay, so let's we'll go back just very quickly, just so that everyone understands. We'll quickly start from the beginning. Plan, journey planner. Okay, departure, Footscray Station. Where are we going? We're going to Melbourne Central. It already comes up because I've typed it in. Remember, here we go. Here it says depart now. Okay, didn't do that earlier. We're not departing now. So I'm glad we've done this again. We are not departing now. We need to click on this. We need to select the date. So we've got the 7th. Okay. And we are leaving at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, until we get to 11 a.m. Okay, and then we press apply. Okay, and then we have our options again. Okay, so we did this one here, and we chose this option first, and then we decided that if someone turned up late, we would catch the 11:20, which is a little bit longer, and 2 trains, and this one is only 1 train. So it's really quite handy because it gives you different options, and it tells you exactly what time, what platform. So it's a really great website to use. So that's one example. Let's go to another example. Now this example requires catching a tram, so it's a little bit different because in your assessment task you may be asked to go somewhere where you do need to catch a tram or a bus. So you need to understand the instructions and follow the instructions when different types of transport are used. But it's not that difficult. Okay, so let's have a look at our second example. Here we are, we've got the same date, the 7th, and this time we're leaving at 11:30 a.m. and we're travelling to Lygon Street in Carlton. So Lygon Street is a street where there are lots of restaurants and lots of Italian restaurants. There's also a cinema, there's shops. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's do this practice task. So again, we go to the Public Transport Victoria website, and then we follow the same steps. So we go plan, journey planner, and our departure is again Footscray Station. Where we're going to Lygon Street. I actually have it in here already because I was searching for it. Now remember what I told you earlier. This is really, really important. Lygon Street, and we don't want you to, I don't want you to select tram, bus, night bus. It must be under address, okay, address, because we want to go to a specific place. So it needs to be under address. So when you're looking up Lygon Street or whatever it is that you're looking for, please make sure you click on address. Okay, so Lygon Street, the address. Okay, not tram, bus, etc., etc. Okay, now you can see here we need to change the time. We're not leaving now. So we are going to go on the 7th of September, and we are going to choose 11:30 a.m. Okay, so Monday the 7th of September, 11:30 a.m. and we click apply because it has to apply to that day. Okay, you can see up here we've got depart 7th September, 11:30 a.m. Yay. Okay, so now we get to choose our options. Now this one here has 2 other forms of transport, so that's too long. So if we have to catch 4 types of transport to get there, forget it, because that's just going to take, I mean, look, this one only has 2 and it's a little bit longer, but here you have to catch 4 different types of transport. So you have to, so it's a bit, you don't want to do that. So we want to keep it simple. All right. So let's now go here. Okay. So we can catch a train and a tram. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, it's 31 minutes. Okay, so we're going to select this one, the train and the tram. This one here is a bus, okay, which is 32 minutes. Again, this one's at 11:34. So, but I always prefer, I like the train, but anyway, this is the tram. When I go to Carlton, I usually catch a train and the tram, but you can also choose to use the bus as well. We'll have a look at that in a moment, but I'm going to do this one because I'm going to give you a hint. In your assessment task, I believe you are going to have to use a train and a tram, so I wanted to show you an example using a train and a tram, but I'll look at the bus in a moment. Okay, so let's have a look. So we're going to select this one. Okay, so now let's have a look here. Now, we have got our instructions here and you can see the tram. So let's follow carefully. So now, okay, so the first thing you need to do is to take the 11:30 a.m. train from platform 1 to where? To Melbourne Central Station, okay? To Melbourne Central Station. So we've got that first step there because they're there. Now, then what do we do? Okay, after that, I've included a sequence marker. Walk not walking 7 minutes. Remember, it's an instruction, so walk 7 minutes. Okay, now this is the tram stop, so I don't want you to get confused. So this is the tram stop, okay? So it's tram stop 8, okay, at Melbourne Central Station. So this is the number, the tram stop number. So you walk 7 minutes to tram stop 8. As you can see here, tram stop 8 at Melbourne Central Station. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Now here, this is the tram, just like we say, you know, what train we're catching. This is tram 3/3A to Melbourne University. So here, then take tram 3/3A to Melbourne University. See here, to Melbourne University. Now the reason why it's 3/3A is because it's the route. So that number, when you see tram and then you have a number after it, it's the route number. Now, this particular route on a weekday is route 3, and then on a weekend is 3A. But when you look it up on the web, on using this website, it always comes up as 3/3A, okay? Because it doesn't distinguish between the weekday and the weekend, but that's what that means. But in your instructions, just copy it as it is there. You have then take tram 3/3A to Melbourne University. Melbourne University there. Okay. Finally, walk 9 minutes to Lygon Street. Now, if you wanted to know the exact instructions, you could click on here and it will give you those instructions. But when you because I know the area, and when you get to Melbourne University, you kind of know that Lygon Street is on the right-hand side. But if you weren't sure, you could just, you know, follow these instructions, okay? But again, you just need to keep it really simple. And how long does this journey take? It takes 31 minutes, okay, from Footscray Station. So let's go through this again, okay? So first, take the 11:34 a.m. train from platform 1 to where? Melbourne Central Station, okay? So Footscray to Melbourne Central, blue line, that's the train line. Okay, then you walk, not walking, walk, and see, it actually gives you, even it gives you instructions here. Walk for about 7 minutes to tram stop 8 at Melbourne Central Station. So it actually gives you, so don't write walking, write walk, okay, walk. Okay, and so we'll go there, okay, and then catch, then we go to the tram stop, okay, and then take tram 3/A to Melbourne University, okay, as you've got it here, okay, and then walk 9 minutes to Lygon Street, okay, so don't write walking, write walk, okay, so there you go. So I just want you to be clear on how to write your instructions and how to understand the website. Okay, so remember, this is the train line, blue, this is the tram line, green. Okay, and then follow these, follow the instructions, and then write the steps and keep them really simple. Okay, now let's go back again just to make sure everyone's clear on how to access this information. Remember, plan, journey planner, departure Footscray Station, destination, we're going to Lygon Street, Carlton. Remember, it's in address. We're not departing now. We are departing on the 7th of September at 11:30 a.m. Let's go down, 11:30 a.m. Great. Click apply. All right. Good-o. And then we come with our options. Okay, we're going to choose, we chose this option because I gave you a little hint that there may be a tram involved in your instructions. So we selected this one, and then we have our instructions here. So we have, and actually you can see the route here on your map. Okay, so again, we take the 11:34 a.m. train from platform 1. You don't need to say from Footscray Station. We know we're at Footscray Station. Say what platform. From platform 1 to Melbourne Central. Okay, walk 7 minutes to tram stop 8 at Melbourne Central Station. Tram stop 8. So this number is the tram stop. Okay, catch or take tram 3/38 to Melbourne University. And finally, walk 9 minutes to Lygon Street. Okay, so and then write the time that it will take. So if we go back and have a look at the bus, so say you wanted to catch the bus, okay, so therefore again it's the same. So here it's telling you to walk 1 minute to Footscray Station. So because there are buses at Footscray Station, so walk 1 minute to Bay 17 at Footscray Station. So that's the same thing as saying the tram stop number. So you would walk to Bay 17 at Footscray Station, okay, and then catch bus 402 to Lygon Street. So it's probably easier to catch the bus. Yeah, and if this were an assessment task and you wanted to use the bus, you can. There is no right or wrong. You can choose whichever option you want. Okay, so if you want to choose the train and the tram, that's fine. If there's the longer route, it doesn't really matter which one you choose. Okay, as long as the instructions are correct. So that is the key, that these instructions must be correct. So you can choose whatever route you like. So if you were going to choose this particular route, you would say, again, walk 1 minute to Bay 17 at Footscray Railway Station, Footscray Station. So it's the same thing. You would walk, 1 minute to Bay 17 at Footscray Railway Station. So that would be what you would write there, okay? And then catch bus 402 to Lygon Street, because remember this is the route, the bus route, okay? So it's exactly the same as these instructions, okay? You would then catch bus 402 to Lygon Street and finally walk 2 minutes to Lygon Street. Okay, so it's exactly the same thing, okay, where you walk 1 minute to Bay 17 at Footscray Railway Station, then catch bus 402 to Lygon Street, okay, and finally walk 2 minutes. Okay, so you should be able to write instructions for any destination, okay, that you're given. Okay, so now if you have any questions, please ask your teacher, as I'm sure he or she will explain further how to use this website. This is just to give you a little bit of a demonstration on how to navigate the website, and also to show you what the question looks like. So the question in your assessment task is very similar to this. It will have a different date, may have a different time, it will have a different destination, but you do exactly the same thing, no matter what the instructions are here in regards to the date and the destination point. You follow these instructions and you provide the steps. Okay, you need to write the steps, you need to use imperative verbs. It's not that necessary to include the sequence markers, but you can. It's probably good practice for you to do that. And make sure that you write the time, the duration, and remember to make sure your instructions are very clear, okay? And you need to make sure that you have inputted the correct information, because if you put the wrong date or time, then you haven't followed the instructions. So it's very important that you follow the instructions carefully. Remember, with destination, it needs to be address, okay? So address, okay? In here, actually, I should type it in. So Lygon. Okay, so because there's different ways of getting to Lygon Street using trams or buses, but we want address, so must come under address, okay, to get the right choice, to get the right options. All right, so now I think I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so again, I hope this explanation has helped you and that you now understand how to use the website and how to um, write your steps. Okay, all the best, and I'll see you next time. Bye.